I get this question a lot from everyone back home in South Africa, and I wanted to do this video because I know that like when I came to South Korea, I really struggled, guys. Like I was so worried because even growing up in South Africa, I always had my hair done with a hairdresser. I could never manage my own natural hair. And then I had to come to a point where I had to like learn how to look after my natural hair because I didn't really want to chemically straighten my hair anymore because it's just so unhealthy in my opinion, well, for my hair. So today I just wanted to give some tips about how to actually look after your hair while you're living abroad in a country where black hairdressers are not really common. I have been only using wigs ever since I've gotten here because I stopped using braids about like a couple of years ago because I felt like every time I did braids it wasn't really I was losing a lot of hair and my hair was just getting very thin, and I naturally have very, very thick natural hair. So each time I did braids, it wasn't a good protective style for me. And then when I started using cornrows and I started wearing wigs, it became like so much better for me and my hair became so much more healthier. So in actual fact, if you would like to, it's so much better to wear wigs. However, like if you really like doing braids, that's also cool. I will let you know more about braids later on. But the first thing you need to do is to make sure you know exactly what you want with your hair and basically like what your vibe is. A lot of people will either wear wigs like me, or you'll just use like protective styles, or you'll just let your hair be free. It literally depends all on you. There's like literally no rule how you should wear your hair here as a black girl. Like in fact, it's so nice to see everybody wearing their different hairstyles because you get a lot of questions and a lot of curiosity from like the locals, and it's a nice way to kind of like educate the locals about your natural hair, which is like so cool. So what I do is so when I got here, I started learning how to do my own cornrows because I did not know how to do cornrows. Every time I did cornrows, it would be really bad. I was using too much chunks of hair and they wouldn't last and they were not that neat. So ever since I came to Korea, which was like in 2023, I started doing cornrows like almost every week. And the more I practiced, the better my cornrows were. And now that like I've been practicing, each time I actually do my own cornrows, I get better every single time, which is normal, right? So what I will do for me is I wash my hair as normal. I use any shampoo and any conditioner, but I always pre-poo when I need to. So pre-pooing is basically when you take conditioner and you put it in dry hair and you let it sit for a little bit. This will regain all the moisture that you lost or whatever, and then after that I will use shampoo and then I will like wash my natural hair. It helps so much because then when my hair is like drying, my natural hair is not so tangled. It really eases the detangling process, and I had no idea what pre-pooing was. There's so many methods on pre-pooing, but I think the way I do it is the most basic and the most easiest way. If you have like any tips or any other ideas with pre-pooing, just let me know down in the comments below. Oh, and also if you want me to do an actual natural hair routine where I literally start from the bottom, like I take my hair out of the cornrows and then I do the entire process for you and you can see how long my hair is, I will also do that. Just let me know down in the comments below. But in any case, after I've washed my hair with the pre-pooing and all of that, I have to let my hair air dry. I do not use heat because using heat is very damaging, especially if you don't have the right tools and where you are. It can be really damaging. And I don't know, but like, do heat protectors actually work, or is that just like propaganda? I don't know. Actually been a very long time since I've put heat. I think it's been almost like 2 years now that I've put heat in my hair. I try to avoid it as much as possible, and what I would do is once I've washed my hair, I just relax. I sit and chill. I brush it out, right? So that it's like detangled, and then it air dries. However, I don't let it air dry like completely, so it's like dry. So once it's like almost dry, that's when I actually take the comb, and then that's when I can start doing the cornrows. And I do about 7 lines. My head is humongous, bro. Like, look at this. My head is huge, dude. Yo, my head is gigantic, mega mind. I do 7 lines. I should actually be doing more because my hair is really thick, but I just do 7 lines because I don't have all day, bro. I am not doing cornrows all day, and it's not like anyone's gonna see them, so who cares? But yeah, I do 7 lines so that my hair is flat, and then I can just like wear my wigs and stuff during the week. And if I need to, because I'm sweating so much, it's summer, sometimes I will wash my hair maybe like on a Wednesday to just get the sweat out, and then I have to re-moisturize my hair. So that's pretty much the process that I've been using. I have never experienced massive hair loss. There's a lot of propaganda out there saying the minute you come to Korea, you wash your hair, you will lose a lot of hair. First of all, it's like pretty normal for humans to shed an amount of hair every single day. That's only because the hair is just coming loose because it's dead. Like, it's hair is dead skin cells anyways. I think, I don't know, like you can check on Google on that statement, but hair, you're supposed to shed hair anyways. So if you are losing a lot of hair and you're here in Korea and you're noticing a lot of hair loss, you need to visit a dermatologist as soon as possible, because I know there is a pattern of people losing hair, but you need to seriously look at going to the dermatologist, because a lot of people that come here that are like not Korean, you'll experience a lot of vitamin deficiencies because of how different it is. Like, I know with me, my family even told me like I needed to start taking vitamin D because there's less sun here or something like that. Whereas like in South Africa, we're exposed to sun all the time and it's fine, but like here, especially in the winter, there's like less sun, so your vitamin T will go down, and if your vitamin D is low, you are more prone to depression and because you're also lonely, so it's easier to have those negative thoughts, you know what I mean? So yeah, everyone is like prone to losing hair. Every time I brush out my hair, I wash my hair, I detangle it, I'm gonna lose like some percentage of hair. It's pretty normal. However, if you're losing like chunks and you're noticing bald spots, that means you have a really serious problem and you have to go visit the doctor as soon as possible. It could be literally anything. And honestly, I don't know about the water as well, because some people say that like the water is really dangerous for, especially when you're showering, and that I understand, because you do need to use a shower filter. So please make sure if you're coming here and you're gonna live here, you need to change the shower filter. Do not use the shower without buying a new shower filter and replacing it completely. There are so many YouTube videos out there and information that you can find on TikTok. And if you have like any other questions, you need to let me know, but make sure you just change the shower filter as well before you use it to wash your hair or anything else. The other situation about looking after your hair is hair products that are suited for natural black hair, right? So in South Korea, we use the app. Yo, the way I'm saying we, like I'm also Korean. Ew. So in South Korea, the app Coupang is the one that's like commonly used everywhere across the whole country, right? On this app, you can find a whole bunch of hair care products, right? Like, it just depends on what you're looking for. If the product you are looking for and it's too localized to your home country and it's not available in South Korea, another app like Amazon where you'll find what you're looking for most likely, or you're gonna have to ask somebody from back home to send it to you. But in most cases, you'll be able to find what you're looking for. If not, you still cannot find it, there are a whole bunch of black-owned hair salons in... Is it salon or saloon? Oh, anyways. There are a lot of these establishments in Seoul, mostly in Seoul, and they will most likely have what you are looking for or something similar to what you are looking for. And then also, when you come to South Korea, make sure you contact or you form connections with other foreigners who've been here longer, because they can give you some advice and they can also give you contact details of people that do manage black people's hair. And you can still do things like braids, cornrows, wigs, weaves, blowouts, silk presses, all with these establishments. And it's not that deep, bro. It's not that deep. So if you're actually coming here and you're worried about looking after your natural hair, it's really doable. But I will say that it's really best to learn how to take care of your own hair, because while these places are really good, sometimes they can be extremely expensive, especially when you live in Seoul. I don't live in Seoul, but it can be really expensive. But at the same time, it's really nice to check it out, because these people are very skilled. It's almost like you're going back home. They are very skilled, so make sure you visit them. I'm actually planning to go visit one of these hairdressers because I need to just make sure that my hair is okay. I want to do a silk press, and then I want to cut my hair, because I think my natural hair is like shoulder length now, or by my collarbone. But I actually want to cut it because I've never really seen its full length because of obviously shrinkage, and I want to double check if everything's okay. Are there any split ends and dead ends and things like that? So I want to get a nice silk press, and then I want to cut it. But this silk press, it's probably gonna happen in winter, because if you silk press now in this heat, it will literally last about 2 minutes, okay? And then your hair will need detangling and all of that again, which I guess is not a bad thing. I really like the humidity because it just makes it so much moisture in the air. But that is it for today. If you have any questions about how to look after your natural hair in South Korea, please let me know. And thank you so much to everybody who followed on my TikTok. It blew up and now we at 10K, and I am so happy. I was like, yo dude, I was so happy. But if you haven't yet, please make sure you check out my TikTok, my Instagram, and please say hi in the comments below. Let me know what you want me to talk about next. This was so much fun to talk about, because I really hope it can help somebody, because I remember being so worried about my hair, dude, and I couldn't find anyone who was talking about their natural hair. But please let me know down in the comments below if there's anything in particular you want me to talk about. And until then, I'll see you till the next episode. Bye bye.